guys, so I'm starting off with freshly washed and dried hair, and one thing I cannot teach y'all is how to cornrow. So my mom had cornrowed the back, and this is what it's looking like. I just pulled each braid through another braid with a crochet needle, and then the front of my head I'm just gonna do crisscrosses with rubber bands. So I'm gonna be honest, my parts are not perfect. Yes, I know some of them are crooked, but it is what it is. And I kind of just parted off camera. I'm just showing you guys how they're looking. And I'm gonna grab some scrunchies and kind of part it again so I can work each section. So for each of my parts, I'm going in with Let's Jam, and it is a lot stronger than Eco or a gel you'd use for wash and go. It's more for parting or edges, but I'm gonna go ahead and use some of that to help my parts look a little sleeker. I also wanted to point out, I don't know if you guys noticed the background change, but I moved. No, I don't have my own apartment. I'm still with my parents, but you know, new apartment and a new room to myself, so that's great. I was gonna give you guys a tour, but it's not much to show. I have the same furniture, the same bed, like it's not much, but you know, yeah, new background, that's all I have to say. One thing I have to mention is I did mess up and I tried tucking in my hair, which ended up not working. But if you're gonna do just front crisscross and the back crochet, I would recommend doing your front first and then braiding in the back. That's exactly why I did the two buns in the front, because I had nowhere to hide the hair from the front. I also wanted to add in, I don't know how many times I did rubber band each section, but just make sure it's not too tight, because remember, it's a protective style and you don't want your hair breaking in this. So tight enough where it will stay, but not too tight where it will break off. Alright, so here's the design. There's 6 columns, 2 are going straight back, and then the 4 on each side are the crisscrossed. And I'm just showing you guys the back and how I tuck, but again, y'all, I messed up. It's not gonna last. I'm gonna redo this. You're gonna see it later. Alright, so for each strand, I'm just gonna cut in half, and I had no exact pattern to how I was putting it in. So I just randomly just started putting it in random sections. And in terms of tying, I kind of just did a regular crochet. I pulled it through, and I didn't find any point of really double knotting, because if you guys know crochet, it'll like tangle up so much that you don't really have to secure it, because it's not gonna fall out. Like after day 1, it's probably gonna tangle up. But anyways, yeah, there's no pattern for me putting this in. I'm just randomly putting this in anywhere I can find a space. Yeah, this is what I meant, like putting it in any space. Like as you guys can see, like I didn't really go from bottom to top or top to bottom. I was like, let me just fill this in, because it's curly. At some point when it's full enough, you can cover like empty patches. So I kind of just went with wherever I felt was empty. As I'm going, I'm also trying to fluff and separate, but not too much because again, you guys know crochet, like it will tangle up. So I want to make sure it's like I fluff I fluff a little bit, but not too much, basically. Sorry guys, so my camera just wasn't focusing on this point, but basically this is what I meant when the ends of my front came out. Like I had tucked them into the back and they all came out. So now this is where I just made it into 2 buns, which wasn't the plan, but I'm over here panicking and trying to do something because I also had work coming up. So basically I just took all the ends and put 2 buns, and then like any extra hair I had or like didn't use, I just kind of like plopped it on there. Y'all, this just shows how easily crochet gets tangled. Like, I don't even know what it got tangled into, like, itself, but it gets tangled into anything. It kept catching onto my earrings at some point. I also said take those out. Just be mindful of that, because this is a protective style, but it's not a long-lasting style. So I just went to the bathroom to show you guys how I'm cutting it, because I didn't want to cut it in my bedroom. I don't want that hair on the floor. But I'm just wanted to cut it a little over shoulder length, also to make it all even, because all the ends are, like, kind of choppy. I did kind of mess up on the other side. I made it a little shorter, but it's crochet. If you pull and tug and fluff enough, it'll even out, which it eventually did. But this is how short I cut it. So this is the final results, all fluffed and evened out, buns and everything. Y'all, I gotta say, my buns are a little uneven, and I did not notice until now when I'm editing. But you know me, I always go on my mousse. So I'm just going with that, and then I'm gonna fluff it out some more, and then that is it. All right, y'all, this is a week later. I don't know if you guys can tell, it's not as fluffy. It's very much tangled. I did go in the water, so that could be it too. But I'm gonna add some more to kind of make it a little more fluffy. My buns are still uneven. But thank you guys for watching. Make sure you like, comment, and subscribe for more. Bye.